What up, Night Nation? It's your boy, Stevie Knight. About to get on one of these things, you feel me? What good with the watch? Night Watch, man. Patreon, if you don't know. And Patreon put me on something cool today, bro. It's been a lot of blending this channel with my Night Talk channel type of content up on the channel as of lately. I'm sure y'all have noticed. And this is a continuation of that because one Dax pulled up to Snow the Products podcast. Her podcast is called Every Night Nights Podcast. And apparently they was talking like on some real life situations. It wasn't just music. You know what I'm saying? And they was hitting on a lot of the topics that I discussed on my Night Talk-ish. So it's a chance to blend both worlds here again. We got Dax rapping ass. We got Snow the Products rapping ass. Talking about some real life shit. You feel me? So let's get into this shit. Got some timestamps here. Well, at least one timestamp most specifically, bro, because this podcast is 3 hours long, bro. You know, ain't nobody got no time for all that. But I leave a link to the original video in the description box if y'all want to check it on out. And but before we tap in though, you know what I'm saying? Like always, man. If you subscribe to the channel, make sure you still subscribe to the channel. And if you are not subscribed, please consider subscribing. And like always, pull up to shopstevieknight.com. Anytime you see your boy rocking some drip that you rocking with, man, pull up to the site, find something like I got you. Today we got the wonderful hoes or headaches. Icebreaker, conversation piece. If you know, you know. You know what I'm saying? If you got one, let me know how it's been for you in the comments, bro. I'm telling you, you can't miss with these, bro. You're gonna run into something. And yeah, let's see what they're talking about. We're gonna see, it says, look, see, the section of this podcast says sexual dynamics between men and women. You see what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? Let's get into it.
If you're a nympho, it is more than likely you need more in the bedroom than just straight in and out. That motherfucker's gonna have to fucking swim in that motherfucker.
That's what you're supposed to do.
I'm dead. Yeah, like yeah.
Some motherfucker need a floaty now. Hold up. Okay, that's a bad joke.
The swimming, no.
But no, but
the
what you
swimming,
understand?
the
What I'm
swimming
saying?
is necessary if she likes you. Like you're swimming regardless. Like what?
Yeah.
If you're not swimming,
That
she
means-
don't like
Right.
you. You're not
All
swimming.
these
That
things
means you're
happen,
not
right? But as a
doing
man,
something
right? I'm gonna tell you what, because like I said, as a man,
Oh, let
the
me
first
rewind this a
time-
little bit more. I need some more context, bro. This shit sounds juicy. Let's go back to exploring sexual satisfaction and expectations. All right. Okay. Let's do it.
so oftentimes people are never really telling you what they actually feel. You have to wait for their actions. So like
Yeah.
oftentimes I hear something like, you know what I mean? So it's like, it's a tough conversation to have. You know, like, yeah, most like, women aren't finishing all the time in the bedroom. Men are usually finishing 100% of the time.
Yeah.
It's
The majority of women cannot climax from penetration. They need clitoral stimulation, which requires some work and effort on bro. I can't even believe I'm even saying this right now, dog. But okay, let's do it.
He said, "Well, maybe he's her partner for other reasons than sex."
right. And
Completely
that's what it is.
right. You're and I had this conversation recently where I was like, "Hey, is that important? If you are with somebody and they are the nicest, sweetest, greatest person, but unfortunately for you, in that particular place, you are not fully satisfied. Can you live like that?" That is a real question. That I'm not gonna sit here and tell you that I'm the most knowledgeable person. I'm not. Maybe you can. Maybe that is how you.
Here's
wanna
another
live.
question as well. It's almost as if, what are you used to?
But before we even get into that question, if it's that much of an issue and it's a fucking, I'm gonna try my best not to cuss, and it's somebody you love, respect, and admire, and all this other stuff, and y'all can have an adult conversation, you should be able to tell your partner that and give them guidance and assistance on giving you what you need if it's that important. If it ain't that important, then then continue doing what you're doing. But the majority of women do not climax and heterosexual relationships. I mean, I bet it's a whole lot different with Snow. You know what I'm saying? I bet them girls is busting off all the goddamn time. You know what I'm saying? All the goddamn time.
It is how you
Here's
wanna
another
live.
question as well. It's almost as if, what are you used to?
What are you? Are
Like
you
you're saying, like
asking him?
if you're not satisfied in a certain area, well, what are you used to that's not making you satisfied? You know, for me, it's like my appetite is what my appetite is because of what I eat. If I were to eat a lot more and gain a lot of weight, then I would need a lot more
What you
food
mean,
to
though,
eat.
bruh?
So
Like,
sometimes
what
it's
you mean?
almost
What
like,
you
well,
mean? What you 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 mean? It's either she busting or she not. I mean, it ain't that nuanced. Like, it shouldn't be a effect of what are you used to. Like, if she's used to climaxing from some, then and you can't make a climax from some dick, then you find yourself in a pickle there, buddy.
what are you doing to yourself that this is not satisfying for you? No, these are just
That is
these
the
are
most
real.
toxic shit I ever heard. What are
That's
you
toxic.
used to? Well, I'm saying, like, if you're like, well, if you're not satisfied, then what the fuck are you used to? Like,
No, but it's a real question.
well, I mean,
This is why things like porn are so harmful, because it sets unrealistic expectations. So people have this view of what they think sex should be,
yeah.
and then when it's not that, they're disappointed.
But women don't.
And that goes for
consume-
everything
but-
in life.
But
If
men,
I fucking-
but men consume porn primarily. Women don't consume porn like that. So if anybody's expectations on sex are skewed crazy, it's because of men, and that's happening right now. Current day and current time of society, bro. You got these little teeny boppers, bro. 10, 11, 12, 13 years old, already pumping girls up the butt. Why? Because of corn. You know what I'm saying? Deep throating, fisting, all types because of porn, right? But it's the men consuming that, fucking up their reality, bro. With women, they don't struggle with that dilemma, man. Right? The only thing they struggling with men is being able to get their rocks off, being able to bust off, because it's typically harder for your average man to get your average woman off. You know what I mean? But like I said before, I guarantee, like Charles Barkley, I guarantee. I wonder what the batting percentage is, or the field goal percentage is for lesbian women being able to bring a woman to climax compared to your average man being able to bring a woman to climax. Dog, I bet you it's like, I bet you the lesbos are shooting like Steph Curry from the free throw line, bro. Like, it's probably hard not to get a girl to climax, dog. And all vice versa, dudes are shooting like Shaq from the free throw line, bro, because it's hard to get the girl off for most. Bro, I'm saying, bro, I was not expecting this, dog. Let's get into it, though. Let's do it.
It's like, a lot of people eat with their eyes. I want this, I order that, but you don't finish it.
Yeah.
You have this expectation of what you think you can eat. This spans across all different topics, not just food. It's sex as well.
Yeah.
But that's why the sexualization of our culture and all these things we see is making compatibility and relationships so much harder, because the expectations are so crazy.
Yeah, but okay. What are
You
you?
definitely
It just
pushed the
seems a
goalposts.
little bit like, especially coming from a guy. It's like if a girl is not necessarily satisfied, right? And by the way, please, there's a mic. There is, both of y'all. Can somebody please, not me, be the only woman talking about this?
Dax made it much more nuanced. I would think that the initial conversation was pretty cut and dry. It's either woman's getting off or she's not. It ain't got nothing to do with all this other things that Dax is introducing in the conversation, which is validity towards what he's saying, but that's not really the context of the conversation. At least from this point. She's just talking about, a girl being able to goddamn bust a nut, and most women can't.
What are you used to? If a girl is not satisfied and a guy be like, well, goddamn it, what are you used to? It
all
just
tired.
sounds really aggressive.
Well, dang.
Right. Well,
Right.
and this
He's
is
just
why
like-
things
he's
like
like,
things,
I ran
listen,
out of dick, bitch.
things,
Like,
things
but
like
it's-
this. Well, it's not about necessarily
But it's
running
like-
out of
Okay, no,
schlong.
I know it was. I'm just saying, like, for a man to say, "What are you used to?" just sounds a little bit like now somehow it's the woman's fault that it's like, "What are you used to?" Because even for me, by the way,
Sometimes it is.
even,
Sometimes it's the man, sometimes it's the woman's.
Yeah.
It can be both.
but
That's
but,
facts, right?
But what? Yeah, but what I'm saying is like sometimes it's not even like more of anything. maybe sometimes it's different little nuances and little things that you just need to know. It's not always a mechanical thing. It's not always a mechanical thing. That's what.
Because that's battery powered, and that shit's gonna.
It is not always. It is not always a mechanical thing. Okay. It is a tact, sensual, nice. All these things have to come into play. Intimacy. Yes or no?
Yeah, no, I totally agree. But why would you think of that as a negative? Like, oh, what are you used to? Wouldn't you want to like be able to be like, oh, okay, if she can get to that level, then I can get to that level, kind of thing.
Well, here's what people, as a man, we can always get to that level.
Facts.
You give us 60 seconds of us going hard, we're gonna bust. That's just a fact.
No. What the fuck level? We're talking about the level. You're talking about intimacy? The woman.
Yeah.
Right. Not just you. Like yeah, men will fuck a couch and literally be done. Like it doesn't. Like men are no. We're talking about from men with women or lesbians with other women.
Right.
What we're talking about getting to that level is your partner.
Right.
Because
not you.
Sex is just not you.
Right. It's so I guess my thing comes from experience. I've experienced both ends of the spectrum.
Oh.
I've experienced shit that takes that takes a lot of effort, and I've experienced things that don't take a lot of effort.
Okay, so
I think they talking past each other, bro. He's just talking about the act of having sex takes me a lot of work to get this girl off, or not a lot of work to get this girl off. And Snow is just talking about what it is to be a woman, right? Put it plainly, Dax is talking about the physical aspect of sex. Snow is talking about the emotional aspect of sex, and wonder why. Dax is a man, Snow is a woman. Men are much more physical creatures. You know what I'm saying? All we gotta do is look at something, ready to go. Women ain't like that. They gotta get warmed up. You know what I'm saying? You gotta get them ready. And once you get them ready, then you can rock and roll, dog. All we just gotta fucking just. It depends on the man, bro. You gotta do much, dog. You could just touch something, motherfucker. Right? That ain't the same with a woman, right? You know what I'm saying? And women know this. So that's why the lesbian stuff is better for the woman, I'd imagine, in the end result of the sex. But that's all it is, bro. Dax being the man, Snow being the woman, and the differences between the two.
Do take a lot of effort. Is that what you're gonna? That's what you're saying.
The things that do the things that do take a lot of effort usually end up having a higher threshold, and that's just like a lesson for life. It's like if I continuously bench press 225 pounds, which I do because I'm an ox. Eventually 225 pounds gets really easy, and I have to up the weight to continue to grow stronger. So if my level of experience continues to grow, I'm gonna need more to get to that peak.
So then why would you say
Paul Bunyan?
But then, like, if that woman that you're with
talk to me
is at this level, and you're saying, oh, well, how much more do you need? Wouldn't that be more of like a like you bench pressing?
No, I don't want to. But as a man, I don't want to be challenged like that, because then if I don't want to have to do backflips, so then why would I want to just in the bedroom?
Why would the girl would just want to be like, okay, then I guess.
As she shouldn't want to be, but I'm just saying, like, as someone who's experienced both, I mean, like, you don't want to have to, like, as a man, you want to feel like a man in the bedroom. You don't want to have to do backflips and choreography and all types of.
Why would
a man have to do
backflips and choreography?
Okay, obviously, I'm exaggerating.
I know you're being facetious, but I'm just saying, like.
I'm just saying, like, it's simple like this. If you have more experience, you're gonna need more. If you have less experience, you're gonna need less.
We're starting out from this point.
Right.
And it's going to keep on growing.
Right. So, like, sometimes it's not, sometimes the dude isn't always bad. Sometimes the girl just needs a lot more because she's experienced a lot more. So
I disagree with that. I disagree with that take, bro, because women are so mental, bro. It's like, you can get a literal woman that's a porn star, right, who's taking 13-inch damn rods all fucking day in the butt, the vag, the mouth, all fucking day, bro. But there's no emotional connection to that for her. And this same woman can go back home. And I'm not advocating for this. I'm just bringing up the point that women are so mental that they can still, do that, have all these crazy sexual experiences, doing all types of porn, or just women that are extremely promiscuous or just having sex to have sex. But once they are mentally connected with someone, that mental intimate connection that she's having with this man is what leads her to getting off, because it's all mental, right? Like, you can hit spots and all types of shit, bro, but like at the end of the day, it's getting up in here for a woman that's gonna put her where she needs to be. It don't matter. You can, like I said, you can be sitting here ramming her with a fucking 13-inch fucking missile and flipping her all over the goddamn place and this, that, and the third. And there are exceptions to the rule. Like, there are literal nymphos that need all this shit to get off, but they're the minority, bro. Most women, all they need is a fucking connection with somebody who gives a fuck, who's willing to learn their body and become intimate with them. That's all a woman needs, bro. It don't require a lot of fucking humping. You see what I'm saying? Most women don't even like the humping. They like the rubbing, which is easier. Yeah, I mean, if you want to take it to where Dax is going, but yeah, I disagree. And no, it ain't about what she's done. It's about who she's with.
More.
I don't think that's right. I'm gonna tell you something.
How is that not right? That's literally the opposite of what you're saying. If all I'm doing is creating equality right there. That's all I did.
No.
So the dude isn't always bad at sex. The girl just might have too much experience to where what he is normal for him isn't normal for her.
Okay, but what if? Okay, you play video games, right?
No, I don't actually.
Okay, well, all right. So you also don't do that.
But I have in my youth. I did.
Okay, so check this out. What if a girl doesn't have that much experience?
Great.
But
amazing.
She needs.
No, I'm not perfect.
Okay.
Like, I love it.
Just like I like it. I will take her to David Buster's on the third week. No. But like, let's say a girl doesn't have that much experience, but she is particular. Then it's more about you learning how she is particular than it is about, oh, she's just had all this experience. It's not like you're throwing a hot dog in a hallway. It's more on some like,
it's like a learning curve.
Is just
which I would love, which is amazing.
It's
but what you end up finding out as a man
it's exactly
is that
exactly what she said.
Sorry.
It's exactly what she said. It's like women. I mean, that woman probably likes it some way, and you have always been doing it another way.
Right.
You should take it as, oh, well, maybe if I do this, like, kind of learn into it, right. And you might even find something about yourself.
Right. But like, you guys are agreeing with me. All I'm saying is that people with less experience require less.
But it sounds very negative how you say it.
And sometimes you got to tailor the message.
That's not true. People with less experience require less is not even a fact, though.
No, if I play in the NBA, other leagues are going to be easier.
But look, not everything is a fucking analogy, Dax. Look.
Everything is an analogy, though.
Okay, but
for most people.
Okay. I have been with somebody, for example, in just the lesbian community or whatever, that had a lot more partners than, for example, me. Known for, I haven't really had very many. But I am harder to figure out because I know exactly what the fuck I like and I know what I want, as opposed to someone who has just been out here
in the streets
with mad people. Because it's like, then it becomes, because I know what I like and I know what the fuck I want, I've been in long-term relationships. I've been able to figure out exactly what I want. And this person has just willy-nilly been fucking trying to figure out all this other shit. So then, they think they know, and it's not always about aggressive or more or this or that. It's about the person, getting to know the person. All them hangouts at the car or parking lot or river or wherever where it wasn't sexual and you were talking and you were trying to get to know each other. That's what it is. It is those little tiny things that make you
more mental.
But it doesn't mean that because you have more experience, you know what I mean? Like, you're harder to figure out. I'm not hard to figure out. I know myself.
Right.
And I haven't had very many partners. It's more just,
It's hard, Snow.
Maybe it's not more raw. Maybe it's more.
Like
I don't know if I don't know.
It's like a passcode. Yeah, it's like a passcode.
I see what you're saying. I just feel like,
look at guys. I know you brought guys in this chat because look, women like the song and dance. Like,
We're bringing a little diversity. I just think I think a lot of this is just like I said. Once you get more experience, it takes more for you to have fun. If you're an adrenaline junkie, for my people out there, adrenaline junkies, eventually just riding the motorcycle.
Are they talking about just random hookups or relationships? Because there'd be truth to what Dax is saying, like random hookups. You know what I mean? Like if you used to get going crazy on random hookups and one night stands, and you as a girl to go home with this boring ass dude that don't know shit, it's gonna put you off. But like if you with somebody and this man is boring in bed, y'all gonna figure it out. You know what I mean? Especially with the women, bro. So it's a little more nuanced. I just don't. Yeah, I'm assuming we're talking about relationships.
At 60 isn't enough. Eventually, you need to go this. Then you need to skydive. Then you need more and more and more. That's life.
Why are you afraid of that?
But and not only that, why are you referring sex to skydiving and sky jumping and adrenaline junkie?
I get what he's trying to say.
God forbid there's intimacy and just like
that's a prerequisite. That's gonna happen. I'm just talking about like some people require more, some people require less. If you're a nympho, it is more than likely you need more in the bedroom than just straight in and out. That motherfucker's gonna happen.
Valid, very valid. And a nympho on some one night stands will have an issue coming across some boring ass dick. But even if you take a nympho, put in a relationship with somebody she fuck with, they're gonna figure it out. And that's a minority of people. Most motherfuckers are not nymphos. So yeah, I see what Dax is saying, bro, but I don't agree with his comparison to like when you're accustomed, when you've gotten the fucking brakes beaten off your shit, you're gonna continue to need the brakes beaten off your shit. No, it's gonna be. It doesn't matter what brakes have been beat off her shit, as long as cuz got enough to work with and keep her mentally engaged. Chemistry-wise, intimacy-wise, it's all good, man. Women got the ability to reset all that shit because they're so mental. Men, on the other hand, not even men, though. Men don't need much either, bro. Because most women are starfish any fucking way. But men are much more physical, though, bro. Like, you know what I mean? They'll get turned off by, I don't know. It's gonna take a little bit to turn a motherfucker off. Unless he's had a whole lot of bodies, then he may be more particular about what he needs to get off. But most men don't have the luxury to being selective on how they decide on how they get off. They're just happy at the fact they get to get off. Period.
Have to fucking swim in that motherfucker.
That's what you're supposed to do.
I'm dead. Yeah,
some motherfucker need a floaty now. Hold up. Okay, that's a bad joke.
The swimming, no.
But no, but what you understand what I'm saying?
The swimming is necessary if she likes you. Like you're swimming regardless. Like
I get what Dax is saying. I think she's talking about somebody getting wet, but that ain't what he was talking about. That was an analogy, right? You have to swim because you have to do so much. Like the ocean is a metaphor for this woman's sexual expectations. Now you swimming and what all this shit she's got you doing to get her off, and then Snow was just talking about. You're going to be swimming if the girl's ready to go.
Not swimming. She don't like you.
Right. All these things happen, right? But as a man, right? I'm gonna tell you what, because like I said, as a man, the first time
if I'm not swimming, she don't like me.
The first time you get sexual with that girl, it's an experience because you're just like, okay, then what is it gonna take? Because your only goal is like once you like a girl. Your whole thing in sex now is like trying not to bust. No, really listen to what I'm saying. Casual sex remains like whatever. But once you like a girl, sex becomes harder because now it's like, okay, I like her, so I know I could bust in 60 seconds, but I'm holding it because I want her to feel good.
That's facts.
So imagine if you're with
I'll tap out of this. I think we both need to tap out of this combo because that's a guy.
This is just facts of life.
I could do that and I could keep going, but like him, he's like
no, it's different mentality because
it's a different. Yeah, it is.
It's a different because for you it's like okay, yeah, I can bust or whatever, but I'm holding it for her.
Right.
But for me, the more I like this person, I'm like, what else can I do? Like I want to keep
right.
going and figure out exactly where I can go. You know.
That's the difference between men and women, though, man. Y'all can bust and keep going. Still stay mentally engaged, bro. Y'all ain't a man. Y'all know what it is. For most men, what is it called? That refractory period is a motherfucker. And as soon as men bust off, like it's disassociative at that point. You're not even trying to do no more sex. You got to build back up to it and shit. Women, they don't struggle. They don't have to deal with that, bro. They can bust routinely back to back, and you do have men that can do that too, but come on, man, what we talking about? That's like an extreme minority. The majority of men, once they bust off, it's a wrap. It's time to go to sleep. So that's why they be trying to hold this shit for somebody to give a fuck about, because they care about her, you know, coming to climax or having a good experience as well. If it's casual date, I don't give a fuck. Wham bam, thank you, ma'am, get the fuck on.
But this is why the "To Be a Man" song is so important, is because as men, we have to somewhat understand women to get them. Women don't have to understand men to get them. We have to understand women to get them.
I mean, you got a point.
You don't. Like, our experiences are completely different. So that's why, like, I really just love these conversations, because it is our whole lives, right? So it's like, I was having this conversation today. It's funny. It's like, okay, once a man likes you, his whole sexual experience with you changes. He is now holding back to try and not bust so you can finish. Because we can bust in 60 seconds.
He likes saying that, huh?
If we want to. For girls, it's not like that.
Yeah, it is.
So.
No, I mean, yeah. I've held myself back.
Yeah.
Okay, most girls aren't holding themselves back from orgasms. Let's keep it a buck. Let's just be like.
Most girls are fucking men. Sorry.
Right, but like I said, girls don't go.
Girls that fuck women, like girls that fuck with women, are most of the time having to hold, because there's just a different thing. So it's like with women.
Then I just say that, but it makes sense though. Y'all women, y'all know exactly what the fuck is required to make all that shit work, bro. Y'all got the same anatomy, bro. You got the same everything. Y'all know what's supposed to do what and where go where. Much more in depth than a man does or ever will. You know what I'm saying? And I don't even want to. Never mind. Let's continue.
Yeah, which goes to show you why do women that fuck women they don't have to like.
Yeah, but you know,
because men ain't women.
Lesbian marriages have the highest divorce rate. So why aren't lesbian marriages staying together?
Because we have to deal with each other.
Exactly.
It's not a sexual thing.
Right.
I feel like most lesbians that divorce or break up would still go back. Yeah. They just don't. It's just we have to complex. Like. Women are more complex than men.
Right.
Like no, I mean you're completely right. What you say is like men are more simple.
Right.
But women who choose to date other women do not want simple, and that's why.
Which is why I'm saying if it takes a whole bunch of shit to make that happen, it's tough for a man to deal with. That's all I'm saying.
But
I don't ever think it's a whole bunch of shit, bro. I don't know what his hang up is on that or what his past experience is with that, where you feel like you need to match up to everything she's gone through or had done or experienced sexually in the past. If she into you, she into you. And women have the ability to, most women, the majority of women have the ability to cut that off, disassociate that shit, not even fucking think about that, bro, because they're so mentally stimulated in what the fuck you bringing to the table. They into you. It ain't all about ramming, and it ain't all about this. It ain't all about all the mechanical shit like Snow was saying. This, once you tap into this, bro, like, you winning. Shit, I even heard maybe I find a video. Maybe I find that video for this one, bro. But Brittany Renner, she said this. You know, she's known whore. known promiscuous queen, known thought queen and shit, right? And she was up on that fan van getting interviewed, asking some questions and shit. And she said that herself, like, she's had plenty of experiences in the past and she's accustomed to dick swinging motherfuckers, right? But then she let this other dude smash who wasn't that well endowed, but he tapped in. Like, he knew what the fuck was up. She said that was her best sexual experience ever.
One of the more recent partners I've had, he rocked my world. Oh. And I'm not gonna say he was small, but when I saw it, I was kind of like, oh my God, like, what is he even gonna do with this? Right. And literally, he made me like 8 times. And I didn't even know my body could do that. I'm talking like back to back to back. And I was just like, what's going on? So now I have a totally different appreciation because it was almost like it was just enough to hit where it needed to hit. Mm-hmm. So this whole time it's been a lie that I've needed some Lysol can to just respectfully put me through the mattress. Right. So yeah, that was easily one of like the best experiences I've ever had.
Right. Well, I'm about the mechanical, like, cuz just tapped in. It ain't got nothing to do with the porno shit and the crazy shit. That's more of a man's dilemma. Women just want to be taken care of mentally, and then as long as you know somewhat of what is required on her body, or know her body, or open to talk to her about what it is she needs, you good to go, bruh. But anyway, dope conversation. Y'all like this? Let me know. Of course, give me your thoughts in the comments, man. And yeah, man.